following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring, accompanied by the Prince, Bryan Myers. And from Long Island, New York, weighing in at 224 pounds, Matt Carl Donna.
Vey. Oy vey goy. It's time for the thing. And there's going to be a lot of spoilies. I'm going to be spoiling everything. Because, if you ain't heard... Oh, we're starting over, I guess. Yeah, I don't know what happened there. Anyway. If you ain't heard, there was this little show over the weekend. It was called All Out? All On? All Off? Something like that. It was kind of a big deal. Oh man, it's all buggy. YouTube's freaking out. Yeah, it says in the title it's Adam Cole though instead of Adam Cole Thoughts. That's just some indie show. Yeah, some indie show like NXT UK. Oh wait, that doesn't exist anymore. Never mind. That's wild. Anyway, it's a Showdown stream. The most popular show in AEW. And it was one hell of a Sunday night. A lot happened over the weekend. Dresden, Germany. Nothing bad ever happens in Germany. There was GCW, like 3 or 4 different GCW shows. There were 2 New Japan shows. I guess 3, if you include Strong. I don't think there was anything WWE. Could be wrong. There could have been a takeover or something. I just don't know. Anyway. That might have been one of the best per-pay-views I have ever had the pleasure of enjoying and consuming with my eyes. So Dean, I see you're here. Did you see the show? Daniel Bryan? Who's that? We got Bryan Danielson though. On the show. Adam Cole on the show. Ruby Soho, CM Punk. It was kind of insane. Anyway, first match of this Showdown stream is Matt Cardona, the Deathmatch King, taking on Alexander Wolfe of Senate. I saw it, says Dean. Well, what did you think? As an NXT mark, were you happy to see Adam Cole? I'm a man. 2K22 has lost so many characters. 2K22 is gonna suck, but that's neither here nor there. Just a lot of cause gonna be necessary in that one, huh? I thought it was quite good. Me too. I was disappointed when Adam Cole debuted because, like, I'm not a huge Adam Cole guy. But as soon as he kicked Jungle Boy in the face, I'm like, okay, yeah, this is what I would do with Adam Cole too. Just have him be in the Elite, so he's not stuck in singles limbo. He's like a semi-important part of the main event immediately, just by being in the Elite again. Hey all, welcome, Ariane Jones. Wait a minute. Let me check out this card. I should know about the card I was suggested. Oh, you have a match tonight. You're taking on Billie Kay. Of course, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce were in that women's tag team tournament as well. But they lost. They were eliminated by countout after they threw in, I think it was either Kyra Sane or Liv Morgan. Like, they were in control on the outside. They threw in their opponents first and lost by countout. It was the dumbest thing they possibly could have done. But they do have... They claim they would have been able to make it all the way. And I guess there's some merit to that. Awesome. I'm ready to kick Billy's tanned hide. That's Keno, my friend. Well, Ariane, have you seen AEW's All Out pay-per-view? Also, have either of you guys seen any other shows over the weekend? Any of the GCW or New Japan shows? There were 2 great title matches on the New Japan main events. It was Tanahashi versus... I shouldn't say 2 great. 1 great and 1 okay. Evil matches always have dumb shenanigans. We just got to deal with it. Evil versus Shingo Takagi. We still got to see Shingo do his cool moves, so that was cool. And that was the second night of the Grand Slam. And on the first night, the main event was Tanahashi defending his United States Heavyweight Championship against Ibushi Kota. Ibushi. I wasn't able to watch, but I heard the recap sounded epic. Okay, so I can spoil it. Have either of you guys heard about GCW and the Deathmatch King Matt Cardona? Matt Cardona was screwed. It was quite unfair. He had to defend his title twice in one night. A valiant effort by Cardona. He defended it first against Frank the Clown successfully. But then Jon Moxley attacked him from behind. Which is just a damn shame. And the king of the deathmatch, Matt Cardona, is no longer the GCW World/Universal Champion. It's very sad that Jon Moxley cowardly attacked him from behind and took the title away from him. Oh my god, Moxley Kojima was awesome. Minoru Suzuki? Oh my god. Oh, and the tag match in the cage. All Out is legitimately... I can't think of a better show. That coward John... I know! He attacked poor Cardona while he wasn't ready after he already defended his GCW title. Anyway, the king of the deathmatch in there right now with Alexander Wolfe, who is one of the palest men I've ever seen, and I've seen Sheamus. Going for the woo, the broski boot. Yeah, Jon Moxley Kojima was awesome. Like, really awesome. And we got a setup for Jon Moxley versus Minoru Suzuki on Wednesday. Free TV. I'm so down for that. Also on the next Rampage is Andrade and Pac, which you know is going to slap because Pac is legit one of the greatest in the world. It was a very fun weekend for wrestling. Look at this crucifix cover. No, kick out. Kick out. Up to the top goes the Deathmatch King. Welcome to Prototype Night. A big elbow drop from Cardona. Yo. Prototype Night just released this first episode of TPW Paranormal. I watched some of it live, but I've been so busy over the weekend, I wasn't able to watch all of it. Elbow drop by Cardona. Cover here. Was that the Bro drop? Because if it is, it was all over, and it is. Matt Star. Nah, with the win. Cardo? Is Cardo a slur? Is that a British thing? Dean, can you confirm whether or not that is a English, British, Irish thing? An Anglo thing? Why is Cardo censored in this game? That's awesome. Oh yeah, also I officially have purchased my tickets to Autumn Attack, the New Japan Strong show. Very excited to get to see Jay White, Leo Rush, Lance Archer, Will Ospreay. I'm excited for that. And, of course, Minoru Suzuki. Not an Irish thing. Don't know about the rest. Damn. Why is Cardo censored? Anyway, a big win for the Deathmatch King, Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona now, of course, after that win, #1 contender for the Russian Championship, currently held by Big E. Langston. But he might have a different opponent by the end of the night. Of course, the main event is Andrade versus Big E for the Russian Championship. And speaking of championships, the following contest is a #1 contendership match for Bryan Danielson's Universally Fabulous Championship. The top title on Showdown. Here comes the man he beat at the Rising Sun pay-per-view. It is AKIRA TOZAWA looking to get a second chance, a rematch. Hey, night, evening, all. Lance is here. Okay, and GG's on this match. Hey, Ariana. Hey, Lance. Hey, sup, Lance. Lance uppercut the current AEW Solar Championship, coming off the Rising Sun pay-per-view where he defeated Dolph Ziggler by breaking his goddamn back with powerbomb after powerbomb. Lance was called out. Oh yeah, if you didn't see the last episode of Roar, it was a phenomenal main event with Rey Mysterio challenging Kenta for the Cruiserweight Championship. And after Kenta retained the title, he called out Lance Uppercut, the Solar Champion, not for a title match. Instead, Kenta wants a exploding barbed wire death match with Lance on our next pay-per-view, where the loser would have to vacate their championship. Of course, that will be an unsanctioned match. It will not count on the win-loss records. And I can't force them to vacate their championships. It would just be the honor system. But we could have the match maybe stream before the rest of the card. Not officially on the pay-per-view. And here comes another man that has had a shot at Daniel Bryan's Universal Championship at the best. It is Eric Young. Eric Young lost a beard versus beard match. Also, the title was on the line in that same match. He was forced to shave his beard after his loss to Daniel Bryan. Bryan Danielson now. Jesus. Gotta get used to that. Both of these men want a second shot, a rematch with Bryan Danielson and his Universal Championship. Oh my God, Eric Young is looking worse for wear these days. First match, if you missed it, Matt Cardona won a #1 contendership match against Alexander Wolfe and will be challenging Big E Langston on our next pay-per-view. The next pay-per-view, of course, the Uso Battle Royale pay-per-view. And here we go. So who do you have in this one? Eric Young or AKIRA TOZAWA? TOZAWA, former WWE Cruiserweight Champion. Eric Young, a two-time TNA/Impact Champion. He's held both, well, when it was TNA title once and when it was Impact title once. Missed the fist drop. TOZAWA gets out of the way. How did you guys enjoy the TOZAWA versus Bryan Danielson match at the last pay-per-view at Rising Sun? Of course, that was not 2K19 like usual. That was a Fire Pro Wrestling World we used for that game, for that match. Big running bulldog. Another thing that did happen on that last my last stream, on the Roar stream, was after Adam Kennedy's big win. He had he just lost the title, his Cruiserweight Championship to Kenta. He wanted to rebound, won a match against Curtis Axel on Roar. But after he defeated Curtis Axel, Kenny Omega made his RUW debut, rushing into the ring to challenge Adam Kennedy to a finisher match, and that match will take place on the next episode of Roar. So the stream after the pay-per-view, after Uso Battle Royale, you will see in the main event of that show, Kenny Omega versus Adam Kennedy. First man to hit the one-winged angel wins. Apparently, Kenny Omega does not appreciate Adam Kennedy making use of the move. Seen first hour and half of All Out. Nice to see Lucha Bros finally get tag team titles. Great match, as well as Moxley's. Dude, the Moxley Kojima match was awesome. Nor Suzuki, awesome. The Miro and Kingston were mega over and awesome. Dude, that show was crazy. That show was amazing. Statlander Baker was a little short, but I didn't have a problem with that. I think the women's matches kind of suffer when they go longer because they're not as good. But at the length they went, I thought that match was phenomenal. I was very impressed with Statlander. She's a strong gal. A lot of power spots. Miro, got it. Was very good. Yes. So happy for the Lucha Bros, your new AEW Tag Team Champions. That match was insane. Probably the best cage match I ever saw. Eric Young looking for it. Pile driver. Cover him now. No. Okay. Going for another one? No, instead of running power bomb and chucking him across the ring. Up to the top goes Eric Young. Oh, went for the elbow drop. But Tozawa saw it coming, gets out of the way. Tozawa went for that corkscrew roundhouse kick. Eric Young says no, and a second pile driver. We got a good card today. Well, I'd say so. Death Valley driver, the C4 from Eric Young. Shout out to the Canadian god Sean Spears with that one. If he goes for the cover, he could get the win. Young is not covering him. Oh my god, he's going for another pile driver, another power bomb. Either way, Tozawa with the reversal, flips over, sunset flip, cover, and a kick out by Young. Anyway, yeah, today's card, as I posted in the Discord. Look at this. Finally hits the corkscrew roundhouse. Up to the top goes Tozawa. It goes for the senton, but Young gets the knees up. Young isn't feeling it. Yeah, right? Very interesting. We already saw Cardona versus Alexander Wolfe. Right now we're seeing Eric Young, Akira Tozawa. Winner of this match gets a shot at Bryan Danielson. Nia Uso versus Sasha Banks. Also tonight, winner gets a shot at Kairi Sane, the new women's champion after Rising Sun. Peyton Peace is taking on Drew Gulak. Of course, Peyton Peace is the czar of the ring. Billie Kay goes one-on-one with Ariane Jones. Billie Kay and Peyton Royce have a problem with the way the women's tournament went. We have a three-way tornado tag team match. Beautiful calf kick by Eric Young after the backflip. Jimmy and Jey Uso will defend the Showdown tag titles against Jacob Uso and Joe Uso. And Roman Uso and Sean Uso. 3 teams. In the main event, Andrade El Idolo against Big E Langston for the Russian Championship. Daniel Bryan has to be watching this one close. And the elbow drop connects on Tozawa. And Young is not going for the cover. Young didn't go for the cover after the pile driver, which is how he won his Impact World title. He didn't go for the cover after the elbow drop, which is how he won his TNA World title. I don't know what Eric Young is thinking. I guess the shaving of his beard has really put him out of it. Oh, another thing that happened on Roar. I'm gonna recap Roar because a lot of people weren't there for that. Kenny Omega debuted, challenged Adam Kennedy to the finisher match. That's gonna main event the next Roar. Kenta challenged Lance to a death match, an exploding barbed wire death match. And Will Ospreay made his debut as well. It was revealed the Stig, who's playing the Top Gear theme, trying to mess with Boaz. Yeah, Will Ospreay is the Stig. Will Ospreay will have a match on the next episode of Roar. Not with Boaz, though. Not setting up that match just yet. But yeah, Boaz versus Will Ospreay coming at some point, don't you worry. Billy might not have liked the outcome, but she's got to deal with it. Or I can just beat or deny. Or both. Don't we have the announcement today as well? Speaking of Omega, the finish of that Christian Cage match was cool. Oh my god, dude. Every match, I loved every match except for the Women's Battle Royal. But even that had a good finish, so it was okay. Did he just kick out of the angle slam? Good for Tozawa, kicks out of the angle slam. Staying alive in this match against Eric Young. Yeah, so that Ospreay is the Stig. Wow. I know, unexpected. Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega in RUW. That's almost as big as Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson in AEW. Young has started to bleed. Tozawa unable to get the gut kick he wanted. Eric Young unable to get the gut kick he wanted. An overhand punch from the bigger man. Young now goes for a body slam. Tozawa sees it coming, pushes him off, and a big chop to the chest. Leg kicks from Tozawa, and he takes down Eric Young. Big gut kick. Both these men would love a rematch with Bryan Danielson. Hurricane Rana. Yeah, Christian Omega was awesome. Which is not shocking. Christian is a phenomenal wrestler. Like, of all the boomers making their returns in any company right now, Christian is obviously the best wrestler. Like, by far. He's obviously better than Edge. He's obviously better than Sting. He's better than Punk. He's so fucking good in the ring. It's kind of unbelievable. Cover here by Tozawa. And a kick out by Young. Soccer kick to the back. Punk match was really good, especially the last, like 7 minutes? 5 minutes? There it is, the corkscrew roundhouse from Tozawa. Cover here. Yeah, for a guy that hasn't wrestled in 7 fucking years, Punk was really on point, and his character work is still great. Which is what Punk was always best at, was the character and the storytelling aspects of wrestling. German suplex! There it is, cover. Holds on to it. And Tozawa gets the win with his finish. Tozawa gets the win with his finish, the German suplex. That's actually how Bryan Danielson defeated him at Rising Sun in that Fire Pro match. Akira Tozawa gets his rematch, but it will not be a normal singles match, no. Bryan Danielson versus Akira Tozawa for the Universal Championship will be a submission match. Bryan Danielson was unable to submit Tozawa at Rising Sun. Tozawa would not go down to the Yes Lock, wouldn't go down to the Romero Special, Muda Lock, whatever Bryan put him in. So that match is set. Tozawa better up his submission game. Well, his submission offense game. His defense game is already on point, as I kind of mentioned. Bryan could not submit that man. Bryan had to resort to using Tozawa's own finisher against him, pin him with that German. Ring rust just didn't get to Christian at all. Yeah, it was. GG's Akira. GG, says Prototype Knight. And here we go. First of 2 women's matches tonight. Nia Uso will be taking on Sasha Banks. Both of these women have a big pickle, a big problem with the current champion, Kairi Sane. I don't know how people are underwhelmed by Christian. He's so good. Yeah, I don't get it either. I think it's just trolling or like WWE fanboys or something. Christian has been phenomenal. Bro, I just put pen to paper with AEW as their new creative director, bro. Gonna shake up the business. I can already tell. You've been making some big moves for AEW. We saw it all out. That was crazy. Like I said, both these women, a big problem with Kairi Sane, the current women's champion who won the title from Asuka at Rising Sun. Sasha Banks has made no bones about her dislike for the champion. Interfered in her matches. Before she won the title, I believe it was like an 18-minute match or something on Showdown before Kairi Sane finally defeated her. Would love to get a rematch, this time for the title. And Nia Uso, of course. Some people would say she was screwed. She quote-unquote won the last Women's Royal Rumble we did. But in that match, Kairi Sane was eliminated going through the middle rope. So on a TV, there was a TV match between the two, a over-the-top rope challenge where Kairi Sane eliminated Nia Uso to become the new #1 contender for WrestleMania 2 against Summer Rae. Kairi went on to win that match, of course. Nia, though, feels she was screwed. She won from, like, number 14 or 16. Kairi Sane was, quote-unquote, eliminated early. I know it wasn't fair through the middle rope. But a lot of bad blood between those two and a Samoan drop from that big fat bitch, Nia Uso. Cover here on Sasha Banks. And a kick out. Vince Russo did the remix of Flight of the Valkyries. Oh, yeah, he did. I did not like that. I hate it less the more I hear it, but it's like background music. It's not like an entrance song, you know what I mean? I wish he had Final Countdown, but I guess Tony's tired of buying music. I told Tony to sign Daniel Bryan and Michael Cole guy, bro. Next week, I'm going to have Britt Baker give birth to a foot, bro. I can't wait to see it. To the people showing up late, I highly recommend Kota Ibushi versus Hiroshi Tanahashi for the IWGP United States Heavyweight Championship. That match was fire. There were really good matches on the New Japan cards. There was Robbie Eagles and Hiromu Takahashi for the junior heavyweight title. Evil Shingo Takagi was good for an Evil match because Shingo is awesome and he's good at hitting people, getting hit, throwing people, and getting thrown. The triple threat for the heavyweight tag titles was pretty good. 3 teams in a tornado match. I guess it wasn't tornado technically. I recommend Taco Yano versus Noruzano at the Kurokian Hall. Yeah, that was pretty great. Oh, man. Unironically, though, there was a Toru Yano Chase Owens match. And that was kind of weird. It was like an I Quit match. It was okay. The G1 Climax, the participants have been announced. Chase Owens is in it. I think he's the only white guy in it. He's not the only foreigner because there's Tongaloa and Tamatonga are both in it. And another Samoan drop from that big fat bitch, Nia Uso. Nia Uso would love to go into the Uso Battle Royale pay-per-view as the #1 contender. And she will, defeating Sasha Banks here tonight. Chase Owens is the best gaijin in New Japan, bro. I'm the only white guy in New Japan's creative team, bro. I can see it. Chase Owens sucks. No, he doesn't suck. Whatever. The best gaijin in New Japan is El Phantasmo. El Phantasmo is fucking awesome. Well, that's not true. Yeah, Jay White's great. Will Ospreay's great, but I guess they're in the U.S. right now, so you can't include them. But as far as gaijin in Japan, in New Japan, yeah, I guess it's El Phantasmo. Chase Owens is there too. And he's in the fucking G1 Climax. So, you know what? Good for you, Chase Owens. I'm jealous. I wish I could be in the fucking G1 Climax. Pegasus Kid was the best gaijin, bro. Yes, he was. All these filthy gaijin. So many filthy gaijin have held the IWGP title recently. I don't know if I like it, bros. Get these filthy gaijin out of my country. Like AJ Styles held it. Kenny Omega. Will Ospreay? Jay White? Who are all these gaijin? Get them out of my country. You know Shingo's not happy about that. He's like a radical nationalist, isn't he? That guy's awesome. Short match for Nia Jacked Up. That's right, Nia Uso, Kairi Sane, 1-on-1 for the REW Unified Women's Championship at Uso Battle Royale. Wow, Nia wins and no botches, lol. Yeah. No botches because it was a quick match. And our next contest out first, it is the Czar of the Ring, Peyton Peace. He's a 2-time former Universal Champion. He gets a shot at whoever is the Universal Champion come our Beach Blast pay-per-view. And here comes the Green New Deal, the New Green Deal, whatever you want to call him. Chad Gable, Drew Gulak, Eric Rowan, and the leader and Universal Champion, Bryan Danielson. I told Gato and Jado to stop booking the white boys. The states have enough of them, bro. Bro. Hey, it's the newest AEW hire. Yeah, it is. Dude. Ruby Soho, Minoru Suzuki, Adam Cole, and Bryan Danielson. That was a clean pay-per-view. That was a clean pay-per-view. BRB. This is Jones. Of course, this match, you would know who's going head-to-head in this one. Yes, the next AEW champion, Drew Gulak. Well, Drew Gulak will be taking on the Czar of the Ring in this one. Here we go. Let's do that. A little bit of that. Drew Gulak, also known as Jew Gulak. His first appearance this season was actually at the Christmas special when FUS took on 3 Jews. It was Dean Stevens, Tyler Flight, and Lance Uppercut in an elimination 3-on-3 tag match against MJF, Maxwell Jewish Friedman, Jew Gulak, and Gold Bergenstein. No lie, all that was probably one of the best pay-per-views in the last decade at least, bro. Yeah. No, it was kind of incredible. I know it's hard. It was so good you broke character. Oh, going for a DNF? Super kick from Peace. Big knee to the gut of Peyton Peace. Drew Gulak raking on the eyes. From behind, look at this. The stroke! He hits the stroke. Double J, Jeff Jarrett would be proud. What's he going for here? Giant swing from Peace. All Out was hella good. I don't get people that say AEW's bad don't actually watch it, right? It's not possible. Right? If you think AEW's bad, you can't like any like American wrestling, right? You must only watch like Japanese or Mexican stuff. Right? Or the British stuff, because that's different. But out of all the like Canadian / US stuff, it's like clearly better than everything else. I think it's better than a lot of British, Mexican, and Japanese stuff, but like the style is different, so that's preference. You know what I mean? Look at this Billy Goat's curse! The Goat Fudger's curse! Trying to submit Drew Gulak, but Gulak fights out. You should put Gulak in an apron and a chef's hat and call him Drew Goulash, bro. I should be booking this show, bro. Don't worry. My next stream is Venom, the show you do in fact book. And I'll post that card in the Discord. After this show. The outside he go. Oh my god, he's gonna hit him with the Sphinx bomb. He's gonna Sphinx bomb this poor guy on the floor. No, thank God. Drew Gulak fights out. Drew Goulash. The Fudge Packer's curse. Drew Gulak missed that slap by a little bit. Just a bit. My favorite I saw on 4chan, the 4chan thread during the pay-per-view. It was like right after the tag team cage match. It was just this post with a picture of, you know, Pepe Le Pew, Pepe the Frog. It just said, "Bros, I no longer hate Mexicans." That cage match for the tag titles was so good, it cured that man's racism. Into the corner goes Drew Gulak, back elbow by Drew. Now has Peace in the corner. And a Gulak attack. Hello. Speedy is here. Welcome, Speedy. Still in the hospital, I presume. Oh, yeah. I should probably make that announcement regarding the RWF Grand Championship. Seeing as there's 7 of you here, I figure I should let you know the news. And I don't think you'll be very happy about it. As you know, at Rising Sun, Every Caw Ever won the RWF Grand Championship. I've not been able to establish contact with Every Caw Ever. I have not seen Every Caw Ever. I've not heard from Every Caw Ever. He's just disappeared. With him and EC3 have just disappeared with the titles. And I cannot get a hold of them. And as we all know, RUW and RWF have become incredibly bloated with 4 shows, 4 world titles. And the announcement is next Saturday I will be streaming Venom, and then on Sunday I will be streaming Flashpoint, the 10th Flashpoint of this season. And it's a special show and a special card. It's going to be called Final Flashpoint. And I've already created some matches for that show. We're going to see Rey Mysterio, Johnny Gargano, and Tommaso Ciampa in a steel cage match. We're going to see a classic Flashpoint Battle Royale with a bunch of dudes. A 3-way tornado tag match. The Federation is going to take on the Asylum in a 4-on-4 match. Bryan Azrael goes 1-on-1 with Christopher Nelson in a long-awaited rematch of a classic from last season. And the main event, FUS, Dean Stevens, Lance Uppercut, Jodolph Schittler, and Speedy will take on No Hope, Rowan, his goons, and Devin Black in a 4-on-4 elimination match. That is the card for the next episode of Flashpoint. Final Flashpoint. Now, you've probably noticed, Final Flashpoint, I think I know what that means. You might have noticed there's no RWF titles on that card. And as I said before, we've lost contact with ECE. Well, you can put it together. But we're going to have one hell of a Flashpoint, and that's what we can focus on. Having a good-ass Flashpoint. FUS in the main event against greats like No Hope and Devin Black. A classic rematch like Azrael and Nelson. And Mysterio, Gargano, Ciampa. The Gay Cowboys are going to be in action. And the Federation 4 taking on the Asylum. 2 of the dominant groups from Flashpoint. The most dominant groups from Flashpoint history going head to head. Alright, let's go back and read some of the live chat. That Mr. Wall is busy. He only liked the cage match because I had Mexicans in cages, bro. Hey, Speedy, how you doing? Hey, Speedy. What's good in the hood, Speedmeister? Hello, Lance. It's been a rough couple weeks, not gonna lie. Hey, other peeps. Hey, glad you survived the dude. Found out Flashpoint. Hey, Speedy, what's up, man? Hold on, you can't do this. RUW gang rape coming soon. The gal who'll be facing my Wraith. Wait a minute. That's not Billy Kay. Oh, there she is. That's Billy Kay. Sean Spears is a lucky man. Anyway. See, I hope you guys can make it on Sunday to Final Flashpoint. I'm probably going to be streaming that at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Right now, I think it's 3 Eastern, right? Maybe I should do it 3 Eastern. Anyway. Gets ready to beat an Aussie down. Here we go. Here they are, the two women that won the Women's Tag Team Tournament. Sophie Jones and Bayley. So what's going to happen to the Flashpoint roster? Well, currently, in the near future, they'll be just showing up sporadically throughout the other 3 shows until we have some kind of draft where they can get a better placement, more permanent homes among Roar, Showdown, and Venom. Wait, RUW has ring rates now? Cool, bro. Well, we've always had ring rats. Here we go. Billie Kay versus Sophie Jones. Pele kick. Jones hits her finisher right out the gate, but referee Yves Levine distracted. And a second Pele kick to Billie Kay. No, and Payne Royce, the distraction again. This referee is horny for Peyton, and I don't know if I can blame him. The third Pele kick. Oh my God, Concussion City for Peyton Royce's partner, Billie Kay. And that is it. I didn't know that's what happened. I just knew it was really short. That's hilarious. Okay. Oh, I got a new area up on communications. Think you'll like. Cool. I will download it. Lance, we have to be there. So it's going to happen to Flashpoint roster. Of course we should. What the hell? Just your hands. That's what y'all get. The fastest match in Showdown history. It could be. It might not be, though. I feel like in Showdown history, maybe. But I do feel like on Roar earlier this season, there was a match where literally Boaz came out, kicked Dustin Rhodes or Goldust in the gut, and gave him the F3 fifths and pinned him immediately. I am back, says Dean. Oh, did Dean miss the announcement? Dean, rewind a bit for the announcement. Anyway. A big win for ASJ, and a new attire incoming, apparently. And that's how a lady takes out the garbage. Better luck next time, honey. Someone needs to change the definition of squash to Ariane versus Billy on Showdown. Dean Flashpoint is having its final episode. Here we go. Jacob Fatu, the MLW heavyweight champion of the world. Of course, Jacob Uso. This is a 3-way Tornado Tag Team match for the Showdown Tag Team titles. GG got the job done, I suppose. Yeah, I'll make sure to download the new Ariane from Community Creations. How far back do I need to rewind? Don't worry about it, Dean. All you need to know is that the next stream is Venom on Saturday. Then on Sunday, I will be streaming Final Flashpoint. We have not heard from Every Caught ever. I've not been able to find him, establish contact, or anything with him ever since Rising Sun. We don't have any of the RWF titles anymore. Is that Mama Bailey? It was. You might be a little behind. Yeah, Flashpoint, the 10th Flashpoint of the season, Final Flashpoint. I'm going to post the card in the Discord. I went through it earlier. But yeah, Final Flashpoint, Mysterio versus Gargano versus Ciampa in a cage match. We will have a classic battle royale with a bunch of Flashpoint favorites. A 3-way tag team match involving Hunter and Finn Balor, Corey Heiser and CJ, and the Gay Cowboys. The Federation 4 will be taking on the Asylum in a battle of the best factions in Flashpoint history. Brian Azrael versus Christopher Nelson in another long-awaited rematch. And the main event, FUS, Dean Stevens, Lance Uppercut, Joe Dolph, Shittler, and Speedy against No Hope, Rowan, his goons, and Devin Black. It's a 4-on-4 elimination match, that one. Anyway, the first team in this match, Jacob Uso and Joe Uso. Dean, you need to watch our round's match. It will only take a minute. Final flashpoint. Man said, what? Yo, crying face. Dean, we're having an FSU reunion. FUS, FSU, whatever you want to call it. And it might just be for one night. Oh yeah, the Dream Team reunites. You know, the FUS has been a little rocky recently ever since Executive Order and the Triple Threat with Speedy, No Hope, and Dean Stevens. ECE really took the belt and fucked off. He's Brock Lesnar. Or CM Punk. Can't wait to share the ring with you both again. So what show am I going to? Well, in the meantime, Flashpoint wrestlers will be showing up sporadically through Roar, Showdown, Venom, whichever card can fit them on that week, up until an actual draft happens and they get more permanent homes. There's Jimmy and Jay, the current Showdown Tag Team Champion. Wait a minute. I feel like Jimmy didn't make his entrance yet. Is that a glitch? And here comes Sean Uso. This is actually Jacob Uso's debut. But Sean Uso has been in an Uso Battle Royale before. That's all he does. That's all he's done before he was in Uso Battle Royal. That was it. Kind of feel like Final Flashpoint is my fault, but hey, maybe it's for the best. Ooh, a draft? Interesting. BRB, says Jones. Also, for those that missed Roar, Will Ospreay and Kenny Omega made their RUW debuts. Will Ospreay has challenged Boaz. Kenny Omega has challenged Adam Kennedy. And Kenta, after retaining his championship in the main event, a great match against Rey Mysterio, challenged Lance Uppercut, the Solar Champion, to an exploding barbed wire death match. And the loser of the match has to vacate their title. So either Lance vacates the Solar or Kenta vacates the Cruiserweight. That is non-sanctioned, will not count on the win-loss records, and I cannot force them to vacate the titles, but they said they'll both go off the honor system and willingly give up the titles if they lose. Here comes Roman Uso. Roman Uso not happy with Joe Uso. Joe Uso nearly broke his back on the last episode of Showdown. They had a pretty long singles match where Joe just pummeled his spine throughout the whole 14 minutes? 10, 12 minutes? I don't know. Something like that. Anyway, the next pay-per-view is Uso Battle Royale, which is the stream right after Flashpoint, Final Flashpoint. Like I said, we're getting the exploding barbed wire death match between Kenta and Lance. Brian Danielson, confirmed will now be challenged by AKIRA TOZAWA in a submission match for the Universal Championship. Kairi Sane will defend against Nia Uso for a women's title. Devin Black will face the winner of a fatal four-way between four boomers on Venom. So it will either be CM Punk, Christian, Edge, or Sting. And the main event of Flashpoint should be interesting. Who knows? We might see Devin and Speedy face off again. Or maybe even Dean and Devin. Yeah, new matchup, possibly. Hoping there is a real X factor. Yeah, Jay Uso now making his entrance. It was Jimmy that made his entrance before, now Jay, even though I'm positive I saw them both on screen at the same time. This game, not as bad as 2K20, but one hell of a glitchy game. Matt Cardona will challenge either Biggie Langston or Andrade El Idolo for the in a hardcore match for the Russian Championship. Because Matt Cardona is the Deathmatch King, of course. Dean Stevens has ran through Shane Thorne for good. Now he just has to take on Big Dick Nick. Dean Stevens against Big Dick Nick Miller at Uso Battle Royale 2. Speedy will take on Goldberg in a hardcore match. No rope breaks this time. Of course, the main event will be the Uso Battle Royale. The winner of that match gets a shot at the Universal Champion, whether it be Bryan Danielson or Akira Tozawa. Here we go. Showdown Tag Team titles on the line. Sean and Roman Uso are a team. Joe and Jacob Uso are a team. And the champions, of course, Jimmy and Jay. Oh, I moved, by the way. No in a city for college. Just lost my title, and you're throwing me into the deep end with Goldberg. Well, Goldberg and you have quite an interesting history. That tag match at the Christmas pay-per-view started it when he feels like he would have beaten you if it wasn't a 3-on-1 situation. And then you defeated him by pinfall when he clearly got his hand to the ropes. Man is trying to end my career. Nuh-uh. I'm trying to make a pay-per-view card that will get people to say, I want to watch that. And I got to get all the FUS boys on that card to make that possible. FUS boys are a draw, brother. And that's a shoot. Look at this. Joe and Roman continuing their spat as the debuting Jacob Uso goes after Jimmy, the former Universal Champion. I didn't see no hand on a rope. Did anyone else? Oh, nice leg sweep by Joe. Down goes Roman. Joe now goes after Roman's partner, Sean Maluda Uso. Uso splash to Jacob. Cover here. Oh, double covers from the champions. Jacob kicks out and Joe kicks out. Whoa, 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 reversal by Joe. Sean Uso actually trying to save Jay and now saves Joe. So yeah, the next card is Venom. Venom will stream on Saturday. We're going to see Jason Youngblood go one-on-one with Drew McIntyre for the Swedish Championship. We got the Fatal 4-Way between Christian, Edge, CM Punk, and Sting. Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston will take on Cesaro and Seth Rollins in a #1 contendership match for the tag titles. Bray Wyatt, The Friend, will take on Sheamus. And Fidel Fidescar and Raul Fidescar will be challenged by Matt and Jeff Hardy for the Venom Tag Team Championships. That is the card for the next episode of Venom. This season has definitely been a strange and interesting experience. That's just the show in general. It's a little bit wacky. Obviously, by the end of Venom, we'll know the full card for the pay-per-view. Big kick off the middle rope to Joe Uso from Sean Uso. Jimmy on the top, and I think he's trying to size up Roman for the dead cold stunner, and it connects. Roman rolling out though before Jimmy can pin him. Jay, bottom to Sean Uso. Jimmy has got to keep Jacob Uso away from breaking up the pinfall, and he is. But, oh my God, Sean Uso just kicked out of the J bottom, I believe. Wouldn't change it for the world. That's insane. This kid, Sean Uso, doing his best. Sean Uso appeared in the first Cruiserweight Classic tournament WWE did. You might remember him from that. Don't know what else he's done besides that. Covered by Joe. Broken up by Jay. All 6 men in the ring. It is broken down in a big, big way. Look at these kicks to the face of Jay. Oh, went for the elbow drop, did Jimmy. He jumped into an empty pool. Oh, I'm on top chat. We need live chat so I can get cussy words. There it is, the drive-by apron drop kick from Roman Uso. Cover here on Jimmy, but Joe's going to rush in and break it up. And Joe cranking on the neck of the former two-time Universal Champion. Cussy words. That's amazing. We need cussy words, bro. It's not REW without cussy words. Jimmy. The huge power bomb. The strength of Jimmy to get Joe Uso up for that. And down. Going for the dead cold stunner off the top. Can he hit it? Oh my god, that was a corkscrew senton, and then flipping off Joe. Cover him. No, he's going up again. Uso splash. Cover. 1, 2. No, Joe kicks out Shawn. Jacob and Roman all now in the ring. It is filled up. Up to the top goes Jimmy again. Spear to Jacob Uso. We're PG-15 here, ladies and gents. Yes, we could say cussy words. Sometimes. Jacob's going up to the top. His finisher forced that moonsault from MLW. Jimmy trying to tap out Joe with the tequila sunrise, but Shawn Uso is definitely not going to let that happen. Oh, Shawn laid out the referee. Gut wrench suplex from Jimmy. Jimmy now up to the top. Super kick to Jacob on the floor. And Joe takes down Jimmy. Cover, but the referee's still down. My lord. That poor ref. Absolutely killed dead by Shawn Uso. These same 6 men will compete in the main event of Uso Battle Royale in the Uso Battle Royale. But tonight it is about the tag team titles, not the contendership for the Universal Championship on the line at that show. Gut kick by Jacob Uso. Jimmy with a big clothesline. Out goes Jake. Up to the top goes Jay with an Uso splash to Roman. Outside dive to Jacob. Things are breaking down in a big, big way here. Covered by Jay, but Joe is right there. Going back to the title of this video, what are some Adam Cole matches you guys are looking forward to in AEW? Well, the big one that keeps getting mentioned because of what happened and because of what came out of his mouth is Jungle Boy. You know, I like to see, Christian, CM Punk. Jungle Boy. As far as Darby. Scorpio Sky's a heel, so it won't be him. I think of faces. Well, Pac and the Lucha Bros. But they're busy with tag stuff. Look at this. Everyone's on the outside except Jay. And Roman. No, Roman gets out of the way of the diving headbutt. Do you think he'll still use the last shot? Yeah. Maybe as a transition move. I don't know what he'll do. Oh, Bryan used the cattle mutilation. That'd be awesome. Bring it back. I just want to see Bryan Danielson kicking people in the shoulder and locking in the cattle mutilation. That's what I want to see. See Cole versus Omega or Cole versus Punk. This is Lance. I don't think we're seeing Cole versus Omega. Unless it's a triple swerve. Got Buster to Joe on the outside. Super kick to Roman. 1, 2. Sean sees it, but it's too late. And Jay pins Roman with the super kick. Kind of sucks that he can't use the yes chant. Well, we don't... He said he didn't even know if he could. Apparently, the crowd can do it, and it's fine, for sure. He might be able to do it, but he doesn't know if he can, so he's not going to just in case. I'm sure they have to go through some legal lawyer bullshit to just find out if it's even worth it. I don't mind him not doing it, because the crowd can just do it for him. Good old WWE legal being shits. Well, they haven't been shits, to be fair. Bryan said in the presser after the show, he doesn't know if he can or not yet. So going into the UBR, Jimmy and Jay retain as we get into the main event of this episode of Showdown, the Russian Championship on the line, 1-on-1, Andrade El Idolo against Big E Langston. Neither of these men are Russian, by the way, but that is par for the course with the Russian Championship ever since Fedescar lost it so many years ago. Adam Cole has a lot of options for finishers, doesn't he? You can use the Panama Sunrise, you can use the Last Shot, you can use the Figure 4, you can use the Sexplex, what did he call the Sexplex? The Florida Keys is what he called it, right? Yeah, the Florida Keys. What do y'all think of the new NXT setup? They tease the stage and shit like that. I haven't seen anything but the logo. I haven't seen anything since NXT 36. And Volter Dragunov was awesome. But I'm curious to know what the other chatters think of it. So, feel free to answer Speedy's question. Andrade El Idolo done very well for himself this season. He has challenged for the Universal Championship twice against Daniel Bryan. Once in a mask in a cage, and the other time in his homeland in Mexico. The stage looks kind of like the MSG Rumble stage. Oh, I like that. Because it's different. That's good. And here comes the formidable former Universal Champion and now reigning and defending Russian Champion Big E Langston. Defeated Jimmy for that title. He's defended it against the likes of Baron Corbin. But can he defeat Andrade here tonight? As he skips his way to the ring. And like I said before, I'll be posting the Venom card in the chat, in the Discord, after the show. Oh man, let me bring up the All Out card again. So that show was fire. So yeah, the pre-show was Best Friends and Jurassic Express against the HFO, Hardy Family Office. I remember it being pretty good, pretty fun. You know, Orange Cassidy doing his stuff, Jungle Boy doing his stuff, and Matt Hardy doing his stuff as well. Miro and Eddie Kingston, fun stuff. Moxley Kojima was awesome, and then the Minoru Suzuki debut, awesome. Britt Baker against Chris Statlander. That felt a lot shorter than some of the other matches, but it was almost nearly as long as Moxley Kojima, huh? Interesting. But yeah, Orange Cassidy kind of hyping Statlander to get back in the ring was pretty cool, pretty funny. Good stuff. 22 minutes went the steel cage match for the tag team titles. Lucha Bros defeated the Young Bucks to become the new champions. That match was fucking awesome. The real question is how does WWE top all out? They won't. There's McDonald's near where I live. I'm gonna get fat. Good for you, Dean. I'll make sure to update your call. Ruby Soho won the Casino Battle Royal. Match was okay. Jericho defeated MJF by submission. I actually liked it. I don't know if other people liked it, but I liked that match a lot. I thought the referee VAR thing was pretty interesting. The referees tonight were stricter than usual. I wouldn't mind if that becomes a thing. We're on pay-per-views. Like, the referees are more on point and picky. And, you know what I mean? Because it's like a big show and I don't want to fuck up. And you can do screw job stuff on TV only. CM Punk defeated Darby Allin in 16 minutes, 40 seconds. That match was awesome. The coffin drop and then the sit-up was awesome. Paul White defeated QT Marshall. It was in the right place on the card as a cooldown between Punk and the main. And it did not go long. I was fine with it. The main event, Kenny Omega versus Christian Cage, was fucking awesome. It was sick. It was great. And then the post-match stuff with Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson, also great. Goddamn. That is a good fucking card. So 10 matches, 9 on the main card. You know, not including the pre-show. Speedy, simple, they won't. WWE couldn't do half as good as what I've seen so far. I know they won't. Apparently Undertaker is set for SmackDown on Friday. But Undertaker retired and he's going for good, he said. He wouldn't, like, break that promise and appear after he said he wasn't going to appear anymore. Right? 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 Anyway, the Russian champion now has Andrade right where he wants him. Andrade versus Pac coming up on the next episode of Rampage. Dustin versus Malachi Black on the next episode of Dynamite. And a kick out by Andrade, as well as Suzuki versus Moxley. That show is going to be awesome. Wednesday will be fun. I just love that wrestling is fun. Why is it so hard to make wrestling fun? And a big kick out by Andrade. Wrestler breaking retirement? Never. A god breaking, a god being wheeled out again. Smacks of sad depression. Pun not intended. Oh, smacks of Down syndrome. Big punch to the gut of Andrade. Gut kick. Fireman's carry from Andrade. Cradle shock. Well, you know, that was the last of the dragon, honestly, right? Because it was a fireman's carry driver. Shingo would be proud. Well, you should have gone for a cover. Here it is. Cover after the big ending. Looking for a quick and easy defense of the Russian Championship, but Andrade survives. Weren't there? Yeah. So Pac versus Andrade was originally going to be on the pay-per-view, and another match that was originally supposed to be on the pay-per-view and just wasn't was, I'm pretty sure, Ricky Starks versus Brian Cage was supposed to be on the pay-per-view, and it just was not. Or at least they explained Andrade Pac. I feel like there was no explanation for the Brian Cage match getting cut with Ricky Starks. But whatever. I feel like Undertaker has kind of lost that excitement, especially since he lost to Reigns in Mania 33. Just me? No. Like, I would be excited to see him just because, you know, something you could say like, oh yeah, I saw Undertaker live, but oh my god, missed the corkscrew moonsault by a mile because Biggie gets out of the way. But yeah, it's not. Undertaker hasn't been really exciting since then. Except for the that match with AJ Styles. That quote-unquote match, that brawl with AJ Styles, that was awesome. That's awesome. The Boneyard match. God, that Goldberg match was fucking shit, bro. Oh, man. Got kicked by Andrade. Day. What was that? Was that a powerbomb cocktease? It was Braun Strowman's move, the powerbomb cocktease. Looking for the Pele. Cartwheel. No. Biggie gets out of the way. Last time I was excited to see Taker was heading to Mania 30 against Lesnar. Damn. Huge powerbomb to Andrade. Yeah, to see him now should have ended with AJ. It was a fitting ending. That should have been it. Great career ending. Yeah, and then he rides out on his motorcycle. That was cool. He plays badass music after he killed AJ Styles in the club. It was awesome. Misses the cartwheel kick again. And an overhead belly to belly. Big E takes advantage. Glad YouTube decided to give you the notification now. No problem, Chris. Welcome to the main event of this episode of Showdown. We talked about a lot. We talked about All Out. We talked about a lot of RUW things as well, including Final Flashpoint. The next stream will be Venom on Saturday. On Sunday, I'll be streaming Final Flashpoint. The gimmick's in the name. I'll post both the cards in the Discord. And the next pay-per-view we do is Uso Battle Royale. There it is. Devillock DDT cover. He calls it El Idolo now. But he is not the Russian champion. Big E kicks out. I did enjoy his farewell, though. The Survivor Series one or the WrestleMania one? Oh, that was probably the best pay-per-view ever. Yeah, we talked about it. I went through the card. Like, nearly everything was great. Except for, like, the first half of the women's battle royal. But AEW does have a problem with the women not being great at wrestling. But, they're hot, so it's okay. Just have them in short matches. Jeez, Andrade is such a mark. He just hit the Last of the Dragon twice. Why is he trying to bury Shingo's finisher? And a kick out by Big E. Hit a Bears. Yeah, I love you, Tube. At least you got one. Never did for the last Roar. Piece of shit. Survivor Series 1. I really like how all the legends were there. Oh, yeah. That's fine. I like how Kane showed up in his Kane gear and everyone else is wearing normal clothes. That was funny. Speaking of Roar and the Bears, Kenny Omega made his debut and challenged Adam Kennedy to a finisher match. That will be on the next episode of Roar. Boaz was challenged by Will Ospreay. And Lance was challenged by Kenta. After the main event, Kenta defended his Cruiserweight Championship against Rey Mysterio and challenged Lance to an exploding barbed wire death match. Big E gets out of the way of the cartwheel kick again. So yeah, it was an exciting Roar, although no one was there to see it. I did stream earlier than I usually stream though, so it's probably my fault. Oh my lord, Big E is busted open and bleeding. Andrade beating the shit out of this man in the corner. Big E has exposed his titties, it is worth noting. He's already hit an El Idolo DDT. Oh man, Alberto would be proud. Double foot stomp out of the trio. Whoa. Cover him. No, he's not covering him. Screw AEW. REW is the hottest wrestling show on the planet. Yeah, it is. We got Omega. We got Ospreay. We got Danielson. We got Big Match John on Venom. Backbreaker and going for the cartwheel kick again. It's been reversed 3 times this match. Can he finally hit it? No. Big E is not dealing with that shit. Oh my god, did you see that? Andrade's back just gave out. And Big E targeting the midsection again. He must have caught that. AEW literally doesn't need anyone else now at all. They didn't need anyone before. Well, I'm not gonna. They kind of needed Ruby because the women's division just needs like a really good veteran that can wrestle well. So very happy to see Ruby solo there. Christian's awesome. CM Punk's awesome. Bryan Danielson's awesome, and Adam Cole's there too. It's great. The DDT on the apron, an El Idolo on the apron, you could call it. And an elbow drop to the spine, but no, he lands on his back. Big E taking advantage. No. Big E is a bloody mess all over his face. Andrade's back is fucked. Both of these men taking each other to the limit in this main event, and a dropkick right to the bloody face of Big E. AEW is the Galactico of wrestling. Imagine Cena shows up now. Big match, John, will be on Venom. Don't you worry. Big overhand punch to Andrade. I would love to see O'Reilly on AEW. Me too, but I don't know if that's going to happen. And a power bomb. Very smart from Big E to keep targeting the back, the spine, and the midsection in general of Andrade. Reverses the big ending again and hits the Scorpion Death Drop. I was kind of disappointed we didn't get Andrade versus Pac All Out. That would have been really good too. See, I would be disappointed if the card wasn't already fantastic, and if it didn't mean that we're going to get a phenomenal match on Rampage. Like, I'm fine with it because it's still happening in, like, 6 days. You know what I mean? Like, we're still going to see it very soon. So I can't really be mad. I was more confused by the lack of Ricky Starks versus Brian Cage, but I'm assuming that's going to happen this week too, right? Or when I get injured, I don't know. Andrade really has that big ending scouted. Andrade knows once the titties are out, the big ending does quadruple damage, and he's reversed it ever since then. Andrade looking to hit a third El Idolo. He hit one before in the ring, one on the apron, and now a third in the center of the ring. Big E bleeding everywhere. Cover. No, the Russian Championship still belongs to Langston, but for how long? Give me Cole versus Andrade, and if that happens, then AEW can take all my fucking money. I think it's O'Reilly's best option. He's not going to last much longer than Vince's NXT. Yeah, but O'Reilly, they just give him a big... Oh, man, he reverses the big ending again, and another Scorpion Death Drop from Andrade, the challenger, doing his best. But you know he's hurting. We saw his back give out earlier. But can they really get rid of O'Reilly after giving him such a big win? At the very least, he's the next Cruiserweight champion, right? They're brutalizing Langston and going for another El Idolo DDT. This would be number 4. Very slow to lock it on. No, Big E's not letting him get it. Goes down to one knee. Now punching his way out. Big E is fucked. And another Scorpion Death Drop, reversal of the big ending. Andrade is not letting this man hit his finish. Meanwhile, Andrade has hit his 3 once on the apron. 3 times. Tag match between Young Bucks and Lucha Bros. Match of the year personally. Yeah, it was fucking phenomenal. Here it is! Super El Idolo! A 4th El Idolo. 1 on the apron, 2 in the ring. And the 4th off the top rope, and Langston says, "What's your finish, kid?" So I can say fuck you and kick out of it. What is O'Reilly even doing anymore? I swear he was supposed to face Kushida for the Cruiserweight title, and now it's wrong in a rivalry. Kushida, I am in confusion. Maybe, but WWE knows there's talk of more cuts. So yeah, with WWE, you never know. You never fucking know. If they hire fucking Kyle O'Reilly, AEW desperately needs a light heavyweight division. And a big splash! Beat Bryan Danielson with this move. And it puts away Andrade El Idolo. And Big E retains the Russian Championship some way, somehow. After taking an El Idolo on the apron, 2 in the ring, and a 4th off the top. Yes, B, that's what I heard. Apparently Gargano and Ciampa are being released. That's... Dude, yeah, if I'm at AEW, I'm scooping them up and I'm making a light heavyweight division and title. AEW might as well add another title at this point. They have so many good light heavyweights, cruiserweights, junior heavyweights, whatever you want to call them, that I don't think should ever win the world title. They should rename that the world heavyweight and add a light heavyweight title.
Here is your winner,
I think that's bullshit. Why cut two of their biggest stars?
champion.
I don't know. AWTV title. I know they already have the TNT title, but they should have just a flippy guy cruiserweight division, I think. I don't know. Maybe not. They have so many people, you know? Anyway, so thank you for coming to this episode of Showdown. I just wanted to talk about All Out. I think we're done here. I could stream Venom now and then Flashpoint on Saturday, but I don't mind ending the stream now. I think it's a good time to... Let's end hot. Let's not like ruin everything and go too long. Like like Edge versus Randy Orton at WrestleMania, or Kyle O'Reilly versus Adam Cole at the Takeover. Not 36. That one was good. The one at the Mania Takeover. Anyway, I love you all. Thanks for coming to this episode of Showdown. Saturday is Venom. Sunday is Final Flashpoint. I love you all. Bye-bye. Enjoy your wrestlings. Enjoy your life in general. That's probably more important. But this is it's like a wrestling channel at this point, so, you know, gotta talk about that. I love you. Bye-bye. Kissies, hugs, and tugs for all, if you know what I'm saying.